In this presentation, I will discuss basic spots for penalty enforcement and also the 3-and-1 principle. So the question becomes, what is the basic spot on a non-kick play? And this information comes from Rule 10.2.2d. And there are only two options. The basic spot will either be the end of the related run or the previous spot. So the basic spot is the end of the related run for running plays that end beyond the line of scrimmage. So in other words, for running plays where Team A gains positive yardage. And it's also the end of the related run for running plays that have no neutral zone. The basic spot is the previous spot for running plays that end behind the line of scrimmage. So for running plays where Team A loses yardage, and the basic spot is the previous spot on all passing plays. And this applies to all situations except when a run ends in the end zone after a change of possession. And that situation is outside the scope of this presentation. So what are some running plays without a neutral zone? And here are some examples. Those would be a run after a kick, the run after a change of possession, and a run after a completed pass. So those are situations where the running play would have no neutral zone. After a kick, after a change of possession, and after a completed pass. So what is the related run? It's the run when a foul occurs while the ball is in a player's possession. So if a player is running with the ball and a foul occurs, the related run would be that run in which the foul occurred. However, if the foul occurs during a loose ball, such as a fumble, the related run is the run immediately preceding the loose ball. So consider some examples. So think about a running play where it's 1st and 10 at the A20 and Team A gains 20 yards. So the line of scrimmage is the A20. They gain 20 yards. So the end of the run is the A40. So the basic spot on running plays where Team A gains positive yards is the end of the run. So in this case, it would be the A40. Now consider a running play where Team A starts at the 20-yard line. It's 1st and 10 at the A20, and they lose 10 yards. So the end of the play is the A10. But because it's a running play where Team A loses yardage, the basic spot would be the previous spot. So the basic spot would be the A20 on this play. So what is the basic spot on a kick play? The question to ask yourself is, does PSK apply? In other words, does post-scrimmage kick enforcement apply? If the answer is yes, then the basic spot is the PSK spot. If the answer is no, then the basic spot is the previous spot. So for all free kicks, PSK never applies to a free kick. So therefore, the basic spot on a free kick play is always the previous spot. And it's important to understand the basic spot because we use the basic spot for penalty enforcement. So let's talk about the 3-and-1 principle. So there's two types of fouls. Either the team not in possession of the ball commits a foul, or the team in possession of the ball commits a foul. So when the team not in possession commits a foul, if that foul occurs behind the basic spot, that foul would be enforced from the basic spot. If a team not in possession commits a foul, and they foul beyond the basic spot, then the penalty will be enforced from the basic spot. Now, if a team in possession of the ball commits a foul, and they commit a foul beyond the basic spot, then the foul is enforced from the basic spot. Now, if a team in possession commits a foul behind the basic spot, that foul is enforced from the spot of the foul. So this is why it's called the 3-and-1 principle, is because in 3 of the situations, the foul is enforced from the basic spot. And in the one situation where the team in possession of the ball commits a foul behind the basic spot, that foul is enforced from the spot of the foul. The 3-and-1 principle applies to many situations in college football penalty administration, and of course there are many exceptions that we will talk about at various times. But it's important to understand the 3-and-1 principle because many fouls are enforced according to this principle. And that concludes this presentation.